There we are. Right then, first UK Mastermind of the year. And who wants to start us off with some wins?
Is anybody else going to stick the videos on? Or are we just going on like this now? Or
What's that, mate?
not to put videos on everybody? I
think maybe people might have had the same issue as me. I thought my camera wasn't working, but it's just that the camera is off.
Right, everyone, if you can hear me, there's a video emblem at the bottom left of the screen. If you just click that, you should be able to get your camera back on.
There we go. One more.
Here we go. Oh my, what's like black hole lights coming on, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like when you open your Christmas advent calendar, and behind this window we have. Right then.
I think, is that going to be it? Cameras? Oh, there's someone else coming on. Here we go. Here we go. Now, let's get a few more cameras on and we'll get started. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, I think so. I've popped a message into the chat anyway for people to turn their cameras on when they can.
Yeah, the bottom left, Lilybeth.
Is that what I put? Yeah.
Yeah, bottom left.
There we are. I've got a few more faces. Okay then. So, anyone want to start us off with wins? Rich, you got any?
I've got a few in the team. Obviously, Charlotte's. I don't know if she mentioned that on the last Mastermind. She probably did actually. She put a couple of team members in as well. Jim's going to go live. He's doing a couple now. We'll talk about go lives in a little bit. But yeah, that's about it from our lot. What about everybody else?
My win for the day is obviously I met up with Josh this afternoon. If anyone lives in Birmingham or is around, don't hesitate to drop any of us a message, and I'm sure most of us will be free anyway. But yeah, we had a great kind of catch-ups, just spoke about ads, kind of how changes in Facebook, and really kind of I got kind of great value from him, and he's took some value from me. So yeah, it was a great opportunity to kind of meet up with someone in person and actually kind of talk about business, which isn't something you do very often working online.
Excellent. Harriet's just put in as well. She's on her first sign-up. Brilliant there, Harriet. That's major when you first starting off. So yeah, round of applause.
Just that ad that Harriet put out was sort of being a bit hit and miss with the ads that you put out, haven't you? But then this one we got cracking on one. Well, Harriet got cracking on one last week, and it's been really good so far. And we think the sign-ups come from that ad, don't we, Harriet?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it just completely came out of the blue. Me, Adam, and Tashi were just talking a little bit about the ads that I was doing. So I was getting so many website views. I was getting like about 120 website views to one lead. So it was really confusing me where it was coming from. So we kind of switched things up a little bit more and tweaked things around, and it's been fab since then. So I've literally that.
What did you change?
So I made a look-alike audience for website leads that I was getting, and then targeted specifically travel and entrepreneur, and that was what got all the leads in. So now, before I was getting leads for like £4.50, I really wasn't doing very good, and now I'm getting them for about like £2, £2.10.
Excellent.
Yeah, so it's really going well.
Cool.
Good stuff.
Very good.
Anybody else?
Come on,
You can
Josh.
put it in the chat if you want.
Your wins down there.
I had a sign up. What, yesterday, day before?
Who said that?
Surprise!
Is it Tashi? I reckon that's right.
Can you guys see me and hear me this time?
Yeah, I can now, yeah. So, Tashi, can you just say that again? I missed it completely.
I said I just had a sign up. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Another one, which is quite nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That was my win.
Right, who else have we got? Got anyone else who's got any wins? Or can we go on to the next?
Just one last one, I think. I just saw it before this mastermind, which brings us on to what we're going to discuss. But Josh's, the new guy on Josh's team, Steve, I just saw it before this mastermind. He did his first go live yesterday, which I saw, and he's only been he got his self up and running about, I think it was Monday. So within his first 3 days of getting up and running, he's bashed his first go live out.
Excellent. Is that Steve who's at the bottom there? Steve Preston, is it?
Yeah, Steve Preston. That's right.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, just waiting for a webcam to do some more, hopefully.
Nice one, mate. Yep. So is that why you're not on? You just can't get the camera working, yeah?
I'm trying to download it on my phone now to get it on, but I don't have a camera on my laptop.
Right.
No problems.
Excellent. Right, so I think, there's Danielle just hopped on as well.
Hi.
Right, Danielle, have you got any wins? We're just going through wins at the minute.
What I got this week?
Anything?
What have I been doing? Well, it's my birthday Monday, so I've been off doing birthday things. But I was stuck on the train, so I decided to write up ad scripts and stuff like that. So I've got a couple of those in the pipeline. Waiting on my budget to be better. But yeah, I've got a couple of ads lined up that I just need to get some money together and get those running. So in my spare time, that's what I did this week. So
Excellent. Right, I think what we'll do now, then we'll go on to the importance. Obviously, everyone's going on about at the minute is go lives. We've all sort of seen what go lives can do and what they can bring in for free. Basically, it's just like organic leads. It goes to the top of everyone's timeline as soon as you do a go live. Just before we go through about go lives and the content to put in them, just tell you a little funny story that in Budapest when I was doing one, just so you sort of realise that it doesn't have to be serious. It doesn't have to be about really a great deal of content either. As long as you're putting yourself out there. What happened? We were on Budapest. It was me, Adam, Lilybeth, Sam, Rye. I think that's it, right? Was that it? It was all of us, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was all of us.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I couldn't remember. Yeah, I started doing the go live this particular day. Just giving a little bit of content as we were walking down the street. And as we were walking down, it was a really busy street. Someone decided to just run into me with a pushchair, just out of the blue. It just come from nowhere. So I was literally nearly knocked off my feet, and it was like totally lost concentration on what I was going to say. But the point being, it doesn't matter what happens. That's the beauty of a go live. You can recover from anything. Anything can happen on a go live. So just get out there and do them, and it doesn't matter what you say, basically.
Also, if you haven't saw that go live that Richard done, go ahead and watch it 'cause it's pretty hilarious.
Not the drum one, mind. Just the
Oh yeah, not that one.
no, that's a good one to watch. There's a lot of content in that one.
Yeah, I think it's important to remember that people want to see that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, if someone sees content that's like 100% polished, and then you're trying to like give them the opportunity to do the same, they feel like more intimidated. Whereas if you're just you and you like make mistakes and just regular stumbles, and they see that, they'll associate with it more than like a professional quality. So if anything, it plays into your hands to make mistakes.
Yeah. Definitely.
And they're not going to sort of, if you do make a mistake or you do fumble, no one's bothered about that. You've put yourself out there. You've done the hard bit. The hardest bit is hitting the live button. But just to go back to Josh, probably heard a lot about Josh this week, but from Josh's Go Live, which was on his personal Facebook page about 10 days ago now, he brought in three new members into Project Q1 just from that one Go Live on like 10 days ago on the weekend. So that is the power of a Go Live. I mean, I've run ads before and not brought 3 members in off an ad and spent a fortune on it. So that shows you the difference it can make.
Definitely. And obviously we've had a few members who's done Go Lives as well. We've had who's done Go Lives? We've had James. I'm just thinking my team alone, obviously James, Danielle, Charlotte. So who else have we had doing Go Lives? Any more this week, apart from Josh, obviously?
Stacey did one about a week ago as well, I think.
Right, yeah.
Someone, Kate Rogers as well.
Oh, I missed that one.
Kate Rogers.
Steve did one, obviously, yesterday, what I mentioned. And what we discussed as well, Rich, was that you could do a Go Live into the Project Q1 group for your first one, if you was a bit sort of scared or whatever, because it's people that you know as well, and everyone will jump on and be right behind you if it's your first one or however many you've done, really.
Oh, yeah, definitely, that's a good idea. Yeah. Obviously, you know, for your first one, it's a bit daunting, I must admit, but if you don't want as many people sort of viewing it, or you want more support, definitely put in the PQ1 group. That's probably a good way of doing your first one for sure.
Yeah, that's where I did my first one. I think that's where you did your first one as well, wasn't it, Lily?
Yeah, I did my first one into the Project Q1 page, and then my next one was done onto my fan page, not my personal page, just because I felt more comfortable doing it that way. So you guys kind of pick and choose what platform you want to do it on, but the more you do it, the better that you'll get at it, and you'll get more confident, and it won't be as scary just to literally press the button. That's what it is. You can sit there. I know personally, I spoke with Stacey before her Go Live last week, and I don't know if she'll mind me sharing this, but I think she spent like 20 minutes waiting to press that button. And I was kind of speaking to her. I was like, come on, you can do it, to press the button.
My mum actually thought I'd fallen asleep because I was upstairs that long.
Well, you've done one, not recently, but you've done a couple before as well, Camila, haven't you?
Yeah, I did the 3 Go Live challenge, and I did the same as Lilybeth. So I did my first in the group, and then on my fan page, and then on my personal page.
Mm-hmm.
But with the one on my personal page, I didn't feel comfortable to actually talk about Project Q1, so I just kind of talked about personal development to kind of feel a bit more kind of at ease of doing something like that on your personal page. At that time, I didn't really feel like I was confident to sort of really ask the questions, or answer the questions if people were asking.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, the third one was so much easier than the first, so it is literally just doing it. But it's been a long time since I've done one now, so I'll probably have to go through that same kind of process again to feel confident.
So Danielle and James, how did your, I know obviously you did your first ones a couple of weeks ago, or a week ago. How was it for you before you actually pressed the button? Danielle.
Ladies first, Danielle, here you go.
Is she there? You're gone. There you go.
Oh, no, I am there. Sorry, my alarm clock went off. But
Before you say that, Danielle, is anyone who's not speaking, can you just mute yourself? We've got a lot of interference from somebody.
It took me, I reckon, 3 minutes to press the button. That I was talking to myself. I'm a bit of a self-talker anyway, but I was sat in the chair, and I actually at one point I just went like, oh, I can't do it, and then I was like, okay, I can do it, and it just went. And while it was live, being live was absolutely fine. It's literally as soon as you press stop and you go, oh, what did I actually just say in the last 7 minutes? Because I have no recollection whatsoever. But yeah, I watched back over it and I was quite happy with how it went. And that was on my personal page as well. So a bit scarier. But yeah, it was good. I'm really glad I did it. Not so glad with some of the people that started asking questions after on my own page, like from work. But it was good. I was glad I jumped in at the deep end.
Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, is it true that I didn't even know this? You can actually block people who you don't want on there on your while you're doing the go live.
Oh well, I actually blocked my nan off my whole Facebook. Because she has no idea what I'm doing. Like, she knows that I'm in this group and we do meetups and I talk about being in group chats and stuff, so she knows what I'm doing. And she actually said to me a little while ago, she said, I've got a dog walker and her boyfriend's broken up with her and she's a bit lonely, so can you add her into your group? And I'm like, I'll see. So she has no idea what I'm doing, and I thought the last thing I need is my nan, she's like a bulldog, finding out what I'm up to, that I've been lying for 6 months.
Yeah, exactly, because some friends, and they mean it in the best way sometimes, but once one stupid little post gets put on your ad or any negativity, it's just like a snowball effect. So I'd recommend, if you're doing a go live, block anyone you don't want on there and just let it go public.
Yeah, I mean, my mum, she's mine as well. So I called her up and I said, it's really nice that you're like showing support and stuff, and I'm glad you shared it, but I actually blocked Nan, so can you not?
Well, how about you then, James?
Yeah, I was the same. When I hovered over the button for some time, and then when I finally pressed record, you messaged me. You were like, "Mate, you're not doing it in the right place." And I sat there for about 4 minutes talking to myself, going like, and I was like, "Why is no one even coming? No one's what?" And I was like, then I realised when you said, and I was like, "Oh, let's start all over again." So then I was just like, "Oh, okay, right, here we go." It was kind of like hovering. I'm going to do it, and I did it. And then, like Danielle said, when I'd finished it, I was like shaking, and I was like, my phone was going mad. People were texting me because it was obviously to my personal page, and then and then work the next day was that was interesting. But his Bedford's answer to Richard Branson. I was like, oh shit, not quite, but yeah. But then I also got I went to a friend's birthday party on the Saturday night, and then there was a few people there, and everyone was asking me, and there was obviously the people there were really negative, a couple of them, and I gave up in trying to convince them that it wasn't a pyramid in the end. I was just like, I can't convince you, so we'll just drop the conversation. Yeah. But otherwise, I enjoyed it, and then doing my second one, that was better. I hovered for a little while, but I seemed to flow better. I just got to remember, actually, it's like I kind of start fidgeting with my hands, and then sometimes that can probably give the wrong message, if you like, if you're kind of like doing this and that and the other. So next time I do it, I'm going to keep my hands down. Yeah, but that was quite good.
It just comes, the more you do, the better you get at it, and I can remember doing my first couple, and I'll be honest, my first one I deleted straight away because I went totally blank. I made the fatal error of looking at comments more than I was concentrating on the go live, and I remember seeing this comment and just thinking, what the hell was I talking about? And I went totally blank, and it's not ideal. So yeah, it's just one thing, you get better with each one.
Yeah, but if anyone's seen Josh's as well, obviously it kind of goes in at an angle each one it does, don't you, Josh? Like, have a specific thing to talk about, not just project you want, going at absolutely everything, at anything. Sorry, like you might have read a chapter of a book that's good, or anything that you want to share with people, really.
Yeah, I just use the same structure every time, so it just makes it flow way easier. So if you just choose one that works for you, so I just do the what, why, and how of. Well, I'm doing that alphabetical challenge at the moment, but if you can just literally just pick up anything. People want to hear like that you're real, so just find a book and just speak about how it made you feel. Just like people will tune in eventually, and if not, you'll find it will just be better for everything, talking to people on coaching calls or whatever, or talking to leads. If you're more comfortable in front of a camera, it's just better for everything. So I advise it a lot.
Are you going to say something there, Lilybeth? I saw your microphone come off.
Yeah. So I was just going to say, something me and Josh spoke about today actually was everyone's got a story, and it doesn't matter whether you think your story is not as good as someone else's or doesn't have the same sort of appeal as somebody else's. That's your story, and you can tell that and you can frame it in the best way that you believe possible. But at the end of the day, people will be interested. People are from the same walks of life as you, and they're going to want to know how and why you got started. Really just kind of like focus on your story and be true to yourself and just believe that you can do it. And I'm sure we will be seeing many more go lives.
Yeah, I think you've got to remember as well is that your story, well, at the basic maths level, to get to 6A is 34 trifectas. So essentially you need to find 34 people in the UK that believe in your story and have the same thing. And that's very doable, but you have to have your story out there for people to find it. So if you look at it that way, it's crazy not to do it really. And just everyone's going to have people that associate with them. Just from doing this for the last 2 weeks, I've got like people inboxing me on my fan page all the time asking for more details and my link and whatnot, and that's just free, isn't it? So get close to 34 every day.
Yeah, it doesn't take long to get there when you put it in a number like that. 6A to some, you think of it as 101 sales, but like Josh just said there, in realistic terms, 34 trifecta sales. It's not out there. It's not out of anyone's capability to do that.
And again, just touching on something Josh just mentioned, is that a go live is a free lead essentially. It's people that are kind of hanging around on your fan page or that you know personally that might be interested and you just haven't connected with them in a year, 2 years, 3 years. And it's just reaching people, and they're free leads. If anybody searches your name or if you put hashtags on there, they're all free leads essentially. It's just getting your story out there and just really kind of promoting yourself, Project Q1, and helping them change their lives as much as it's changed yours.
Yeah. Sorry, Adam, go on.
Cheers. And just touching on what we said earlier as well, if you did one in the PQ1 group, you might find something like a success that you've had with an ad or something like that. I've seen one of Ali's pop up this week where he did that about 3 or 4 months ago, and it was how to get as many likes as possible for as little money as possible. So anything like that you find, if it's something like that, just help anyone else in Project Q1, and it builds up your confidence and it builds up sort of your reputation as well, as someone who might know what they're talking about with Facebook ads, so people might come to you more for that. So yeah, it just gets your face out there, which is really what Lilybeth and Josh were saying as well.
And you've got to think, like, if you do a live video tonight, you might get no interaction, or you might just get positivity for like a week. But then in like 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, someone clicks your fan page, watches that video and thinks, wow, like, look where this guy's gone, or look where she's gone. She's gone from here where she could barely speak in front of a phone to like, well, they won't know 6A, but they'll know like, wow, look at how her journey, I want that. And they need to see that, because everyone sees, again, the polished, finished product of like a Gary Vee or something. But I showed Lilybeth earlier, if anybody watches the Joe Rogan podcast, just put into YouTube Joe Rogan #1, and it is honestly a joke. It's like him and on his settee with his mate, like, oh, is this laptop on? How'd you do this? And now he's like the biggest podcast in the world in 5 years. So it's doable.
Yeah, persistence is key. That'll probably lead us on to our next thing. We're gonna. I know Rob mentioned it. A Go Live challenge the other day on. I think it was last. Was it last Sunday? Or this Sunday gone? I can't remember.
Sunday, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're going to be doing the same here for the UK team. So it's a week's challenge starting tomorrow. So from what day are we on today? So yeah, from Thursday to Thursday, as many go lives obviously as we can from every member in the team, and we'll pick a winner, and we'll do it actually not obviously unless we do it from the night.
Yeah, from tonight.
From the night. Time we're on 8:30. Might getting on now, but we'll do it from the night and a week's challenge, and we'll bring the winner out on next Wednesday's Mastermind. And obviously it depends whose team they're in. They will get a book. A book of their own choice, similar to what we did it a couple of months ago, Camila. Who was the winner then? I can't even remember who the winner was.
You was from my team, I think, Camila. You're on mute.
I think Chris won it, and then Ashley came second, and I was third.
Cool, right? Yeah, we'll run the same thing again. I say starting today. As many go lives as we can get in a week, and we'll pick a winner out next Wednesday night. And the winner, obviously, yeah, and the winner will get a book of their own choice. Yeah. So that's something to look forward to next week. So what else have we got on the schedule for tonight?
Just general questions, I think, on anything ads related or anything like that, because we've not got the tech call on a Sunday no more. So I think we're going to cover any ad questions that we've got on the Wednesday. Is that right, Rich?
Yeah, obviously this is our first one, so we, like I said in the Go Live this morning, we might be a little bit short on content this week, but it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Obviously, we'll be used to the team members coming in. We'll have value through the week as well. Obviously, we'll have questions through the week, and we can save them to the Wednesday evening as well, and we'll get as much out of it as we can. So yeah, any ad-related questions, if anyone's got any ad-related questions that they stuck with or they want to share with anybody, fire away.
Right, I'll jump into one. So I'm running an ad for to gurus, like people that are interested in like Ty Lopez, etc. And I've got a similar thing to Harriet where I've got a lot of engagement, link clicks, button clicks, but not really that many leads. So I'm leaving it running just because it's in my budget and I think the leads I get will be good. But would you recommend just rewording the text or the copy? Because I don't know really.
So have you split tested the ad?
Yeah, I've tried it with different headlines and I've tried it with different copy twice, and it's the most engagement I've ever had off an advert without as many leads. It's really weird. So I don't know.
Yeah, I would just say just slightly tweak it a little bit on each sort of either the demographic or the text. It's when you sort of getting leads, and it's hard trying to sort of pinpoint. I would think I would maybe try and tweak the text a little bit, Josh, or it doesn't sound as though you've got it's not far away, is it?
Nah, I mean, I run loads of ads, and some of them just burn, and I don't get any interaction. But this so far is, and it doesn't matter who I send it to within this audience. I've tweaked that around; it gets the same interaction, just not as many leads. So maybe I'll do that lookalike thing that Harriet did. I don't know.
Yeah, lookalike audience. Yeah, I've never actually done lookalike audience myself, ever. So yeah. I've never even split test that one.
Oh, another good thing I was just thinking as well. Every time you do a live video, Facebook keeps all of your data, and you can make lookalike audiences from that. So
yeah, all the people that's liked it in it, Josh.
Yeah, anyone that's watched it, and you can set the percentages. So if someone's watched 75%, so they're normally engaged audiences. It's just more data. So again, another positive of Go Live. So.
That's good. Cool. Let's write that down.
Yeah, pretty much any content you publish on your fan page will be kept in your business manager. and you can like use it to create audiences. Sorry, this is losing it. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, like Harriet says, I think Mike is into a lot of that, isn't he? Mike Hale, the lookalike audiences. He's done a couple of tech calls. It was in November and December, I think, about lookalike audiences. If anyone has the time to have a look in there, it is in the file section, I think, in the group. Did he say much else, Harriet, worth sort of mentioning? Ah.
And she's writing it down.
Yeah, right.
Not sure I have. Look like I
Also, for any of the new members, if you haven't if you haven't got any kind of ad questions, you haven't got up and running yet, any questions regarding the training modules or kind of any support you need, technical support or anything, just pop us a message or just ask us now and we'll be able to give you a hand as well. So not just
I'm running that at the moment, but it's been running for a few days. It's only reached sort of like 64 people. I'm looking at it now, but it still says it's learning after 3 days. I've got no leads from it at all. I've duplicated it, so there's obviously there's 3 of them running, but I haven't made any adjustments to them. Do you think I should change them while it's still learning? Or
what does it say? It says learning, Jen.
Yeah, so in the ad set, it just says active learning, and it says basically learning phase progress. Basically, since the 13th of January, after you've created a new ad or made significant edit to an existing one, our system starts learning who to show ads to. This learning isn't a change to the way that our system works, but we show this feature to this status to let you know that the performance is still stabilizing. But that's like quite a few days it's been learning.
4 days ago. I've never actually seen that before, you?
I think it's the update from Facebook.
Oh,
So basically, yeah, they're trying to become more transparent with what they actually do. So, you know, like for a long time we've been speaking about hitting the perfect ad and manipulating the algorithm. They're essentially telling you what they're doing with it now. That's pretty much it, I think.
So they're running stats, and they're going to obviously have something at the end of it, like through like the business manager. Well, you know, like you get sometimes a message sent saying this is how you're going to bet your ad. So they'll run stats one and they'll get back to that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That's new. I've never seen that before.
Speaking of their algorithm, obviously have they made that change yet to where they were saying that in people's news feeds they're going to, or in their feeds they're going to show relevant content to that person. So obviously that may affect how we look producing ads and what have you, because it's going to be, they want to make it more friend interaction as opposed to them getting adverts and what have you.
Possibly, but I think they'll lose that much money if they go down that road.
Yeah.
Most of Facebook now is run by business ads. I think it's 85% of Facebook now is business related.
Yeah.
So if they go down that route, no, I can't see that happening. I know it was talked about on the news, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They're changing it to so they're just going to prioritize. It'll be the same, both will run, but they're just going to prioritize content that's got the most comments and engagement. That's essentially the change. So
yeah, like prioritize.
Yeah, they're not going to stop running it. It's just different. If anything, if you watch that video that Adam liked in the group, the guy goes through 6 different ways to make sure that you can stay on top of it. And if anything, after looking at that for about 2 hours this morning, it benefits our community. So it's good for us, basically.
What videos? I missed that. Was that posted on the group page?
Yeah, I think Todd, the American guy, posted it. It was about a day or 2 back. So if you just have a look through, and it was a video of an American guy explaining everything, weren't it, Josh?
It's really good, actually. It pretty much just says that like Facebook are trying to go back to the more community feel. So it's good for us because we have a community for one, and our group will score highly on the engagement rating. Whereas if you're selling like trainers and you don't have a community, they're going to tank those ads. So our ads will, if it goes into play, will be beneficial for the Facebook. So it's good.
Yeah. So have we got any numbers at the minute in here that's going to be on this challenge? Have we got any numbers together? Just so we get an idea.
I'm in.
Who said that? Danielle.
Yeah.
Danielle. Josh.
I'll do it. I'm in. Of course I'm in.
Danielle. Josh.
Yeah, I'll be in, Richard.
Excellent. Who said that? Was that Cherise?
Yeah, the video's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
I'll give it a go.
I missed who said that. Right, start again.
Sorry, that's me, mate.
Put your hand up, who was it?
It was Ali.
Right, yeah. Ali.
Steve Preston.
Steve Preston.
Yeah, I'm in.
Put Josh Worth on there as well. He'll do it.
Josh Worth.
Mr.
Yeah, so we've got
I'll jump in as well, but I'm just waiting for my page to be set up. Hopefully it'll be all done tomorrow.
Yes, Grant. Where are you
Who
from?
said that? Grant.
Grant.
I'll jump on.
Who was that? Who's at the bottom there? So we'll go Grant, yeah.
Sorry, just super quickly, did I miss this
I'm
one?
losing it. Just after the numbers, Harriet, who's going to do go live so we get an idea.
Oh, go lives. Okay, I'll do one.
Yep.
I'm terrified, but I'll do it.
That's where Harriet. So we've got Charlotte's not here, but I'll put her down.
I love how we're just nominating people. Like, yeah, they'll do it.
Yeah, exactly. What about you, Tashi?
I'm in. I'll do one.
We in.
Hey, I'm Parker.
How are you doing?
Hi, Parker.
A long time.
It has been a long time.
Danny, are you in, mate?
I think she said she was in.
Hey?
She said she was in.
No, Danny Hawksworth.
Oh, Danny Hawksworth.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Danny.
Sorry.
I'll put him down. Right, so Stacey, are you in?
Might as well.
Peer pressure.
I don't want to force anybody in, but obviously the more we get down. So, Camille, I haven't got you down.
I can almost hear everybody's heartbeats now.
Might as well just go along the line, right? Starting at the top then. So Lily, Beth, me, Adam, James is in, Ali's in. Andy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice one.
I feel like this is like a roundup.
Obviously, is there anybody else who wants to come out, or I can understand if you don't, that's no problem. Danny, mate, are you on? I've got you down here, so just say yes or no in the group chat.
Cat in the flat. Cat in the flat? Yeah.
But he's on, so right. Well, we've got 1, 2. We've got 18 down there, so who's on the other page? Ah, Charlotte's on. Charlotte, I've got you down. So iPhone 2 here. Who's iPhone 2 then?
Trump.
I can now, Charlotte. Yeah, how you doing?
sorry, I'm driving in the middle of nowhere. I'm off the ball. I'm having a nightmare. I'm just like, come on now. I'm like, I don't know what you put me down for.
We've got you down as a Go Live, Charlotte. We're doing a Go Live challenge.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So we'll put you down because I knew you loved it.
Oh, right. Of course. Loved it.
Yeah, right. No, I got you down for that. So is there any more things we've got to cover? Obviously we'll keep it pretty simple tonight, so we'll get a bit more content for the next one. Any more I think we need to cover on there? Adam, what do we have down, Lilybeth? We had ads, wins.
I was just gonna mention the meetup, 7th of April.
Yeah, cool.
If anyone's not been invited, just contact one of us three and we'll invite you to the Facebook page that Lilybeth set up. So yeah, we're gonna meet up in Birmingham, is it, Lily?
It is indeed.
So anyone with any ideas of where to go and things as well, just drop one of us a message. Mainly Lilybeth, as she's been organising this one. But is everyone up for that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
There's a group set up, obviously. Yeah, there is a group set up in there, so whoever wants to go, put the name down. You can either put it going maybe or not. Simple as, so yeah.
But yeah, the last couple that we've had two now, and they've been great so far. Just actually meeting real people and sort of discussing what we've been up to, and it feels a bit more real, I guess, when you meet real people, doesn't it? Rick?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we see people on the screen, but you're not actually seeing them in the flesh, eh? So when you meet them in the flesh, it just seems a lot more, I'd say, real. You get to see the personalities more. It's just a really good night. Usually, half we can remember, the other half we can't. So yeah, it's really, really good. It benefits, quite beneficial. You get a lot of value from it as well. You think you don't at first, but you actually gain value through the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we've got our own photographer, Lilybeth, this time, yeah?
Yeah, I'm dragging my little sister along to photograph us and kind of get some group photos. But yeah, she's quite keen little photographer, so we'll drag her along again.
We'll have to get the standard tourist picture by the bull.
Oh, yes.
Plenty of dancing, Sharice, we need this time, right?
What was that, Reece?
We need plenty of dancing from Sharice.
Oh, we need so much dancing from Sharice.
Oh, you were amazing, Grace.
So have we got anything else? Does anyone need to ask any questions? Or
I was just going to say that me and Josh today said that it's really strange when you meet people in person because it's like meeting a recognisable stranger. You know exactly who they are. I've never met them before.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Exactly, yeah.
Sorry, Danielle, go ahead, sir.
I've got a question, and I probably shouldn't even have this question because I'm not exactly a newbie, but I can't seem to figure it out. My fan page, I think it's my own fault. I think I made a rod for my own back, and when I first came on, I did like all of the seasoning my fan page and stuff, and then I just kind of fell off, and I thought, oh, do you know what, it's not important and all of that stuff, and so I would just post really sporadically, and then it got to the point where I thought I haven't actually got a following, like I haven't got anyone who's watching what I'm doing. I can't get any of these organic leads without it, so I need to up my game. So from the new year I decided that I was going to post every day and be persistent and stick with it and try and like build my own brand and message to put out there, and so I've been doing that for like 2 weeks now, and I've actually lost followers because I think I went from like not posting anything to then posting constantly, and people are thinking like, oh god, go away, what is this? So that's fine, like I don't feel too beaten down, but I don't know what to do because I'm trying to post things with value in it. I'm trying to post inspirational stuff. I'm trying to keep a consistent message to build a brand. That I'm trying to do all these different things that I've been looking up online. And it just doesn't seem to be making a difference. So obviously with this Go Live challenge, I'm going to try and get that out there on my fan page. But if anyone has ideas of what they've done with their fan page or how they've built their own kind of following, any tips would be great.
Have you linked your Facebook to Instagram?
No.
That helps. Yeah, that helps because you know when you're posting on Facebook, you can actually post it to Instagram as well. Yeah.
Oh, at the same time, it just is the same. Okay.
Yeah. So
I thought you could only do that the opposite way around, but to your personal page.
Yeah, it is the opposite way around. You're right. It's from Instagram to Facebook.
But can you do it to your fan page as well?
I'm not sure about your fan page. I'm not sure, but obviously it's getting a following on either because you can just share it to your fan page.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've got personal Instagram and personal Facebook, but I haven't got any kind of like business related Instagram.
I'd get your business Instagram because that's all I post on business Instagram. Then share it along to your Facebook, and then you can share it to your fan page as well.
I put my, like my Camilla B marketing link thing on Instagram, and it keeps on coming up with this thing saying, do you want to finish and create it into a business page? But I didn't do it because I didn't know what that meant. I probably should have asked somebody. But what is the difference? If I change my personal Instagram to like business, what does that mean?
Apparently you get more followers if you have a business page. I think Rob did it ages ago. He showed you the difference between when he posted on his personal Instagram and posted on business, and he got loads more following on the business page.
And do you not get analytics back from it as well, don't you? So you can see.
I don't really, but you can,
yeah.
Oh, okay, well I'll do that then. If it doesn't mean that they're going to ask me to pay for it or anything.
No, because like if you do, for example, you do a boost post.
Yeah.
On your fan page. Well, I don't even know how it happened. I ended up on my Instagram having an Instagram ad, and it ran on Instagram when I thought it was running on Facebook. So sometimes depends where they put it through the algorithm as well. So mine was actually running on Instagram.
I think I've had that a couple of times when I've done boosted posts, but then I've gone back in and shut it off because when we do the ads, they always say don't do it on Instagram. So I thought, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't be having the ad or the boosted post going off onto Instagram.
You can do like the shortcut as well, kind of, where you don't have to do it through your business page. Just go on literally boost post.
Yeah.
And it just literally sends it over to Instagram anywhere.
Yeah.
But Instagram's definitely a good one to have linked between the two, because if you've got followers on Instagram, you're going to get followers then on your Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, Instagram business page is that I did a social media management course a couple of months ago, and one of the things that they mentioned was there's a new algorithm on Instagram that's only come in the last few weeks, where if you turn your personal Instagram page into a business Instagram page, it's not going to get the same reach as what you would get as personal. And they only direct it to certain types of people. So you might find that you're not following, but like the reach and the actual engagement you're getting on your posts goes down. But I've not done it myself. That's just what I learned in the training I did.
But is that if you're posting through Business Manager or via Instagram though?
Just via Instagram, not through the Business
don't
Manager.
actually do that
I think through Business Manager, it just... because I did it like you did, I put an ad up and it just randomly popped up on Instagram.
Yeah.
I didn't mean for it to, and when I clicked on it, it didn't click through to a page or anything like that. It was literally just an ad, and then it takes you to your website.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know if you even need an Instagram for that.
No, you don't, but like I said, just the way that sometimes it works, it throws you in Instagram when you don't even put Instagram in your Business Manager.
It's odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when you say, sorry, Rich, sorry guys, when you were saying like having it linked, when I go into my Pages Manager, it gives me notifications for Instagram. So does that mean that that's all? Is that what you mean by linked?
I can't even remember how I did it. It was early days. I can remember did it when I first set it up. It must be in the training somewhere where you can link your Facebook account to Instagram.
Have you found that's got you a lot more engagement then? having it linked through like
I'm not saying that it has, but obviously it's going to help.
Yeah.
I've got loads of followers anyway, so I don't think I haven't really sort of put it down to that exactly, but I just think the more obviously you get between Instagram and Facebook, it's only going to help.
Yeah, definitely.
Camilla, visually, the only difference would be, sorry, I've just got my Instagram up to show you, is, I don't know if you can see, there is, it's not going to focus, is it? There's basically a sign above the picture that says email.
Ah, okay.
You can put buttons on your Instagram that say email me or attach your phone number and things. So that will be visually the only difference on your Instagram.
Okay.
Cool. Would you say that we should create a...
Sorry, James, I was just going to say, can you change it to a business page? And then if you think, this is not quite working for me, can you put it back to a personal page?
I think so, yeah.
You can swap it in and out, whatever you choose to do, yeah.
So I suppose no harm giving it a try then.
No, not at all. Sorry, what did you say, James?
Yeah, I'm just going to say, because my personal Instagram obviously has a lot of, I suppose, personal photos and stuff on there. So would you say, have you created a separate Instagram account related to the online business sort of stuff?
I've only actually got a business account. I haven't got a personal one.
Right.
I just pretty much put everything onto one page, if I'm honest. I'm not particularly overly private about things that I put on Instagram. And I'm quite happy with people kind of seeing my lifestyle. And it's that whole kind of documenting as opposed to creating. So document your life and not kind of create this perfect picture of what you think you should be doing. So mine's more of kind of like a documentation of kind of, I don't know, my journey over the past, 3 years or 4 years that I've had Instagram. And I'm quite happy for people to see that, but it's all down to personal preference. And if you've got children or family members or whatever that wouldn't want other people or strangers essentially seeing them, then yeah, it's entirely up to you. You can create a separate one.
Do you know, I think it might be where I'm going wrong with mine, that mine's not personal at all. I feel like it's a bit cookie cutter, that I think what I should post to keep it professional and all that stuff, and actually I think it's missing a personal touch. There's nothing of me on there really. It's just like, while I'm trying to create this brand, it's difficult to put it across when you don't actually put yourself on there.
Is this on Instagram, Danielle, or Facebook?
No, just on Facebook. And like, even when I do Instagram, like my Instagram at the moment's like pretty much piss ups, but yeah, on my fan page, I don't really have anything of me on there. Like, my profile picture's me, but outside of that, it's...
Danielle, if you look at Expert Secrets, it's literally like a step-by-step guide of how to build your own brand, channel, message, tribe, everything. So all the problems, like, I didn't have a clue, and then I just read that like twice, and it breaks it down from start to finish. So yeah, it's like 11. I think he's doing a giveaway, but I keep losing it. If you look at Facebook for Russell Brunson, he was doing a giveaway for a free copy of his book. You just pay shipping, but I lost it, so I just paid for it.
I've got my credit for my Audible in this month so far as well, so I can get that now.
Yeah, you worth out that.
I don't know if they'll have it though, because I was looking at getting .com secrets on Audible so that I'd have it on Audible and being able to read it, and I couldn't find it on there.
I don't think it is on Audible.
Oh, well, that's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's only through Russell Brunson, or it might do it now on Amazon, but I'm not sure.
They do it on Amazon, yeah.
You do it on Amazon, yeah.
It to be fair, it can't really be Audible because it's like all diagrams and stuff. So
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, I'll add it to the read list.
Congratulations. You are great at what you do.
I'm on his site if you Congratulations.
That sounded really dodgy.
Danielle, just about putting your life out there, really.
Yeah.
That's it. You've got to, people want to see what people's doing, and if if it's only sort of relating to maybe business more than anything, people just get titsed off with hearing it at first, don't they?
Yeah, it's a bit boring, I think.
I think probably we should all like take a look at Lilybeth's page, because Ryan quite often says that she's obviously got the best page out there, and you're much more kind of silly and you. It is you though, isn't it, in the stuff that you put up?
Like the picture with the pink shoes. And...
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's just about being ourselves, really.
Yeah, I can't express that enough, to be honest. Content marketing is that, really. It's kind of grabbing an audience and really kind of trying to just get their attention and be yourself. I'm literally in the process of being on Project Q1 Facebook page to tag you all in a post that I put on there a while back now about kind of creating, what am I going with here? Somebody read my mind. Yes.
Content marketing.
Content marketing, and doing it like organically and about yourself, and then kind of trying to be clean cut, and just it's Gary V that does this video, and basically I'll tag you all in it because I've just completely lost my train of thought.
Basically, you got to think that if you're trying to sell a business page, as in like stuff like that, you're then competing against the people like Gary V. Whereas if you sell your story, again, you're going to be much closer to 34 people that trust you to get to 6A. So it might seem counterintuitive to sell yourself if you don't think you have a story, but you will have a story. So just sell it, basically.
Yeah, even if it's just how you got started, it's as simple as that. How you went from where you were to where you are now, even. And that's it. Right, I think, have we covered everything we want to cover?
I think so. Pretty much an hour. Sorry.
Who said something?
I said I'm happy.
I've got a question.
Go on then.
For the go live, right? Is it best to do it on our fan page or to do it on our personal page and then just share it onto the fan page? Does it reach more people from your personal page and then to sort of share it on the fan page?
Yeah, 100%. Miles more reach on your personal, because obviously on your fan page, for all it's public, you'll only get the people who's following you on your fan page.
Okay, makes sense.
On your personal one, you've obviously you reach thousands of people on your personal page.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay, no, just wanted.
So yeah, then just like you say, share it to your fan page, and then if you wanted to, share it in Project Q1 as well. So
equally, just for any like newer members or anyone that isn't as confident doing go lives, just wherever you feel most comfortable. It probably is best to do it on your personal page and then share it around. But if you're not at that stage where you're comfortable to kind of do it on your personal page yet, just post it into Project Q1 or do it on your fan page where it's people that are specifically interested in what we do and have kind of clicked through your ad to find your fan page. So just do whatever you're most comfortable with, really.
Yep, cool. So we've reached the hour. We've managed an hour. But yeah, as of next week, we should have a bit more content to put out there. But to be honest, the hour is good. We've covered quite a bit tonight, so yeah, brilliant.
Right,
and if no one's got anything else, we'll end it there. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.